This is He Knows His Sport, bringing you that heat and that fire. Listen, man, I don't want to hear this nonsense about Anthony Joshua is this supposed boogeyman of the heavyweight division. That's Rudy Poo and plum brain nonsense. Listen, Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury are not ducking Anthony Joshua. It's quite the opposite. I know this is not going to go in the favor of other folks, but that's just the truth of the fact of the matter. Because like I said, Anthony Joshua is not really the unified champion. He's not the unified champion in the heavyweight division. He is not the multiple belt champion in the heavyweight division. He's holding Tyson Fury's belt. He's holding Tyson Fury's belts. And folks need to be real with themselves. Has he fought Tyson Fury to lay claim to those belts? No. Is Tyson Fury, does that man have some issues? You know what I'm saying? And is he that type of guy that, there's just a lot of baggage with him? Yes. But the truth of the fact of the matter is Tyson Fury was the one who dispatched, Vladimir Klitschko first. He gave the blueprint before anybody else. You know what I'm saying? So hats off to Tyson Fury for doing that. People forget, lest you forget, lest I have to remind your asses, man. He was the one that started the blueprint for that. And because he was the one that started the blueprint, it gave AJ a blueprint. But go look at Tyson Fury's fight against Klitschko. He fought a fresher, a younger Klitschko. So Tyson Fury ain't ducking no damn AJ. He gave a younger and a fresher Klitschko more work. His ass never got dropped. He gave him a boxing lesson, beat the shit out of him. But AJ got dropped. This is what I'm talking about. If you go and look at the comparison between those fights, I know people say styles make fights, but come on, man. We need to be real here with ourselves. We need to be honest with ourselves. Tyson Fury made Vladimir Klitschko look worse than Anthony Joshua did, and he didn't get dropped. So that's why I believe if they fight, Tyson Fury will give him mad fits. And people need to be honest with themselves and see that for what it is. So how is he ducking Anthony Joshua? I mean, come on. Are we really getting to this point? And that's the thing with these ultra fanboys. I told you, the slurping AJ fans, because they slurp the man shit. He's a false deity and a false celestial being. And they revere him as such. They listen to whatever garbage him or Eddie Hearn says and take it as his Bible, man. And it's not. Deontay Wilder, come on, man. I got me drinking my apple cider and my lemon water, man. You know what I'm saying? I have to drink that because of the nonsense. When I hear nonsense, it makes my mouth just, get all, I don't know. I got to drink water. Because I'm sick and tired of talking to about this crap, man. What are we talking about here? Really, these guys are ducking Anthony Joshua. Who is Anthony Joshua for people to be ducking him? What does he do so special? We're acting like Anthony Joshua is, the Mike Tyson of the heavyweight division. No, he's not. We're sitting here and we're acting like Anthony Joshua is the Muhammad Ali of the heavyweight division. No, he is not, man. This guy has a lot of vulnerabilities and a lot of weaknesses in his arsenal. He's stiff as fuck. People need to be honest with themselves. He has this bodybuilding, robotic type of thing. He's like a robot in the ring, man. He's very robotic. He's not fluid. You know what I'm saying? He does not move the ring fluidly and freely. He moves the ring stiffly. And people need to be honest with themselves. See, I like to point out fighters' deficiencies. Plus, he has conditioning problems. He's not always, for a guy that's always working out and showing you all these workouts that he's doing and everything, he never comes in at a consistent weight every fight. Some fights he's in the 220s, some fights he's in the 230s. Lately, his ass been in the 240s or the 250s. I mean, come on, man. Which one is it? Deontay Wilder is usually between 200 and 210. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you might get him, depending on the fighter that he's fighting, sometimes he might go up to close to 220. But I don't think he's ever gone that high. He's usually between 200 and 210. I think 208, 209 is usually like his best number. I mean, the man is athletic, man. The man comes into the fight in shape. Same weight. That's why his power is legit. How is he that much more smaller than these guys and leaner? And I'm talking about motherfucker got chicken legs like nobody's business. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it is what it is. Us brothers, we got chicken legs. You know me, I'm gonna call a spade or what? A spade. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna call that thing 100. Shit, I got fucking chicken legs. It is what it is, man. We just got chicken legs. We blessed in everywhere else, but we just got fucking chicken legs, man. It is what it is. But the point that I'm trying to make is this. Deontay Wilder is not ducking no damn Anthony Joshua. And anyone that thinks that, man, you're just a dodo head at the highest damn levels. You got these ultra fanboys, they just want to prop the narrative. I tell you, they treat everything Eddie Hearn says like it's fucking Bible. That's the gift of discernment with me, man. I could see through cats. And I'm telling y'all, man, y'all don't see what I see. When I look at Eddie Hearn and I'm looking through him, because I'm looking through the man's soul, I can see a shiesty motherfucker, man. A shady motherfucker. That's what I see. Anytime that name just comes around me, it hits me with spidey senses, man. Something about this dude ain't right. And you're starting to see fighters like Dillian White, you know what I'm saying? Other fighters that have fought previously for Matchroom Sports. They're talking about Eddie Hearn and how Eddie Hearn treated them. You know, it's not a coincidence. Yeah, people could sit here and say, well, Dillian White's all over the place. He's a boxer that Eddie Hearn gave him the Anthony Joshua chance, the fight, etc., etc. But one thing about fighters, man, they're not perfect. We know that. No one's perfect on this planet. Shit, I'm not perfect. I'm far from that shit. But the point that I'm trying to make is you can see the honesty in people, especially when they give you a detail-oriented fashion of events and what has happened. That's not something you could just conjure and make up in your head, man. Go listen to Dillian White. Listen to a lot of the details that he talks about. He talks some shit, but if you weed through the shit, you take the good with the good and you leave the bad out of the bad, and you look at the good for what it is, you can see there's a lot of truth in what he's saying when he's talking about Eddie Hearn, man. The stuff I'm talking about, man. Y'all believe everything Eddie Hearn says. Y'all believe everything Anthony Joshua says. Anthony Joshua has no stake in the United States. This is going to be his first fight with Big Titty Miller. I got him TKO stoppage in that motherfucker 8 to 10 rounds. If he does that, then he starts putting himself in position. But Anthony Joshua is the cash cow here in America, man. He is the biggest and the best heavyweight in America. Anthony Joshua is the complete A side because he has multiple belts, and that's the only reason. But they're not multiple belts that he has earned. They're multiple belts that he has been basically granted and given. I'm going to say that again. It's not multiple belts that he has been earned. It's multiple belts that he's been granted and given. And I don't want to hear, oh, he beat Klitschko, da-da-da-da. Listen, man, Tyson Fury is truly the multiple belt champion. And until he loses to Anthony Joshua, higgity hush with that nonsense. I don't want to hear it. And I'll ether and murk anybody. I'll argue this thing down with the best of them. And that's the truth. See, no one likes to talk about that. And I notice when I bring that one up, because that's my ultimate trump card, people always give me narratives that go around it. Oh, Tyson Fury, da-da-da-da-da. But they don't address that because they know it's the facts. See, that's the thing with me. I'm a truth teller. I got no reason but to come to you guys with what? Cold-hearted, unadulterated, and cutthroat truths. That's how I come. That's the only fashion I can come in. When I hit you with the truth, you can't argue it. The truth hurts, but it will set you free. Those are really Tyson Fury's belts. He lost it because he had substance issues. He lost it because he had personal life problems. And he relinquished those belts. He gave them away, basically. That's what happened. It's not like Anthony Joshua beat the man. So we need to be real with ourselves. So how is Anthony Joshua this, dominant force when really those belts are just belts that were given to him? He's basically a propped up multiple belt champion. Until he fights one of those guys, then we could say his championship is credible. But see, all of these guys have issues. I'm not going to sit here and say Tyson Fury is not without fault or Deontay Wilder is not without fault. All these guys have issues. You know what the issues is? they all feeling themselves, man. They all got egos. And that's why this fight is not happening. Eventually, they'll come to terms because the fans are going to get sick and tired of all of this nonsense. See, I'm coming for everybody. I'm coming for Tyson Fury at this point. I'm coming for Deontay Wilder at this point. And I'm coming for Anthony Joshua. This is not fanboy shit. I lean towards Deontay Wilder, but I will call out his issues when I see it as well, too. That's the difference between me and others. And right now, they all are being freaking devos, especially AJ Devo. He's the worst of them all. Because I told you, he is a fake celestial being and a fake deity. That's how they're worshiping him. If y'all want to know what I'm talking about, go and watch this video on the boxer O'Hare. Go listen to what this motherfucker had to say about Anthony Joshua. Out of his own mouth, a man saying about another man that he is like a god. Are you freaking kidding me? A false god, yes. A false celestial being, yes. A false deity, yes. A man that carries around hand sanitizers and washes his hand every time he touch a baby or touch someone because he does not want to touch you guys' filthy hands, yes. That's who Anthony Joshua is. You want to know what I'm talking about? You want to know what I'm talking about? Go and watch when Anthony Joshua was with Floyd Mayweather and he was shaking people's hands. Go look at what he was doing. After he shook the guy's hands, he would take his hand and wipe it on the back of the person's shoulder. I've seen shit, man. I'm telling you. This guy don't want people fucking touching him. But y'all can't see that for what it is. Because you know what? Y'all are dodo heads at the highest levels. And y'all can't see stuff for what it truly is. But me, I can't. Because I use what? The true boxing eye test. So is the whole narration of the story is Wilder or Fury ducking Anthony Joshua? A big fat no, man. They're not scared of that motherfucker. For what? Deontay Wilder has otherworldly hands that he can argue about. And Tyson Fury has a herky-jerky style, and he knows how to move the ring better than all of them that he can attest to. Plus, he beat a younger and a fresher Klitschko that he can brag about more than any one of them. So please, stop the presses, pump the brakes on the nonsense, and higgity fucking hush with that shit. This is He Knows His Sport. Checking out.